Hey Jerica, it's Friday night. You know what that means. What? Nothing's open yet. Hello everyone, and welcome to another funky fresh episode of that Cybert channel. I'm Dan Cybert, the easiest opponent in a rap battle. I cannot take it. Now I'm late to the Friday Night Funkin train, but we've been playing it a lot on Twitch. Stop that. And it has been a blast. I even got the rock band drums working with it. I survived one verse. I got even worse, if that is possible. Well, we played a ton of mods and I went, hey, that's a video. So get your downloads ready because today we're talking about Friday Night Funkin Mods, which you can download safely with today's sponsor. Paying the bills time! We downloaded a ton of mods for this episode, and the best part is my ISP had no idea what I was doing thanks to Surfshark. Surfshark is a VPN, and that makes sure your browsing is private and stays that way. Surfshark encrypts your data in basically an impenetrable tunnel, keeping your data and browsing history safe from your ISP hackers and data moles. Not only that, if Netflix has you down because all the Marvel movies were moved to Disney Plus in the US, Surfshark has you covered. With just a few clicks, you're riding a shark to Canada where all the Marvel movies are there for you. Surfshark can be run on an unlimited number of devices: phones, tablets, PC. Heck, it even works with your PlayStation and Xbox. And it can start working for you by heading to surfshark.deals/Cybert. That's surfshark.deals/CYBERT and using code Cybert for 83% off in 3 free months. Unblock the content you want and protect yourself from data mole. Wait, I gotta finish the joke. Now, unlike the mods and fan games we covered in the past, these don't change the gameplay whatsoever. Well, one does, but we'll get to that in a minute. So, real quick review of Friday Night Funkin' version 0.27, the version we used for this episode. It's incredibly fun, the music is fire, but the difficulty spikes are all over the place. And the input could use some work. Granted, it's still in pre-release, but when they release the full game, I'm telling you right now, it is going to be amazing. For now, there are 1,192 different mods on Game Banana as of the recording of this episode. Oh my god. Well, thanks to Twitch chat, we've narrowed down the list quite a bit. So let's start with one of the most important mods on the site, the Kade Engine. While now most of these mods add songs, characters, and story, the Kade Engine reworks the game to just run better. The Kade Engine introduces the amazing and incredible options menu. I didn't think I was going to be so happy to see this. The original game doesn't have options to configure the game, but the Kade Engine introduces some crucial ones. Some of the main features are being able to change what keys you use on your keyboard, specifically swapping between WSAD and DFJK. Not only that, you can use a new input system that doesn't penalize you for pressing the wrong key, which is essentially a no-fail mode for Dan. Rhythm game! While I'm writing this, version 1.4 just dropped with even more features, like a way to help calibrate the delay on the screen you're playing, which having tried playing on my TV, there's definitely a delay there, which made the drums nearly impossible. This mod is a must-have. It makes the game much more enjoyable for casual rhythm game players. It comes in a complete package that can just be played by unzipping, but I encourage you to still support the original developers, because keep in mind, the original game is still being worked on. Maybe the Kade Engine gets introduced, I don't know, that would be pretty neat. Now, there are tons of mods that change the characters, and it's actually not that hard to do yourself, just time consuming. We even have a mod that puts me in the game. Shout out to VH Productions. Maybe in an update? We could talk forever about putting other characters in, but I figured we should focus on the one every person on this channel is hoping for, frickin' FNAF. One day, I'll wake up and forget this franchise rules my life. Of course, there's a FNAF mod, and in this case, we have the Fritz Smith FNAF mod. Thank you, Fritz, Golden Foxy, and Nina for continuing my FNAF heck in every game I play. This mod reskins every character in the game to FNAF characters. Each week, except week 6, is a different FNAF where you battle a constantly shifting FNAF animatronic. The artwork fits right into the FNF world, but that's really about it for the mod. All of the songs are the same as the original game, except the tutorial, which has been replaced with a Nate Wants to Battle song. If you're a fan of FNAF, this is a great way to play the game and get the best of both worlds. Plus, not gonna lie, Chica Girlfriend be pretty dang cute. She's wearing a mask and she's not the one with... Moving on. About Jerrica's ears. Let's stay in the realm of cameos and talk about what every good game needs. Monika.
Dan, I'm so glad you haven't forgotten about me. What? No!
Well, that's a callback. Well, Doki Doki Literature Club invades yet another franchise here in Friday Night Funkin'. Now, while this mod is only one song long in week 6, the artwork, mwah, chef's kiss. 16-bit Monika meshes really well here, and honestly, I think this was the only place it would have fit in the game. The song itself is pretty good. It's not too challenging, which is great for me on my slow frickin' fingers, but the dialogue is what really sells it. Well, one specific line. It's a short mod, so there's not much more to talk about.
There. Got my voice back.
Great! But could you talk in Animalese still?
Fine.
Hatsune Miku, pop star, icon, unfortunate victim of Rule 34, and sister to the boyfriend. That's supposedly canon. Reddit user Wrestler Kirby is Godly shared this DM for proof, but I can't find any more evidence, so take it as you will. Well, of course, a character that is essentially a Vocaloid is going to go against an actual one. FNF Cross Miku is our next mod, and man, this one is just freaking wholesome. This is our first mod that adds a full week, or 4 songs in this case, to the game. The songs are all done with the Vocaloid Miku, and the first 3 are just so wholesome and fun. And then came the disappearance of Hastune Miku.
3, 2, 1, go!
Even with the Kade Engine, I couldn't pull this off. The artwork is great, and the songs are fun for a while, and honestly, just a great mod. If you're a fan of Vocaloids, check this one out. Let's get back into the game's roots and into the world of Newgrounds, a place that despite my internet boomer status, I haven't explored too much of. I mean, if you'd like to see a video on that dive, leave a comment down below. Oh, what's that? Turns out your subscribe button is still red? Well, you better click that and ring the bell to know when that video comes out, please. I'm so close to 100,000 and it has been the most painful milestone to hit. I hate clowns, and this mod only solidifies my stance. Tricky adds another week and the Newgrounds classic character, Tricky the Clown. So here he is. And I hate it. Give him the seal. Dan Cybert, officially hate it. Visually, I think this mod did an incredible job. His art feels right at home and he's absolutely disturbing. The songs, on the other hand, they're a freaking time. The songs in this one are a lot heavier than the other songs in the game, which definitely works well, but Tricky's voice is jarring. While it works well in low doses, listening to it multiple times does a number on ya. I think overall though, it's a good challenging mod, and includes the Kade Engine, which you will need for the second song. And hopefully we won't see him in my closet anytime soon. Wait. Oh, phew. Thought he'd be in there. Let's chill out for a bit. Our next mod is Hex, and it is just a great mod if you need a breather or if your fingers have been smashed into puddles from rapidly hitting keys. Hex comes with a nice little story showing how this is all set up. Though I will mention, it does break canon and boyfriend does use normal words. You beep and boop, or I swear. The art style matches fairly well to the rest of the game, though it definitely feels odd seeing our characters at some of the angles. But let's get to the music. I love the music in this mod. It's chill, it slaps, it is a bop. How the hell do we even describe music in 2021? The music's good. Hex's voice, though, it's a bit too high-pitched. I get that it needs to make computer sounds, but if you don't have your volume tuned in, it's a bit ear-piercing. Is it enough to ruin the mod? Absolutely not, but just something to be aware of. This is one I definitely recommend if you need a chill time. The songs aren't too difficult, and it's just fun, which is great for my poor broken fingers. Ow, they hurt so much. Now is a good time to take a moment and get a little spiritual with Mid-Fight Masses, a week featuring this absolutely adorable character here. This is our way of saying the art style is just fantastic. This week features 3 new songs and continues the themes of angels and demons from the main game. The main game's really just the demon part. You get it. We get another custom story here where girlfriend and boyfriend find themselves in a church looking for a bathroom. As you do. Well, she really wants to share the good word with you by rap battling you. As you do? This is definitely a more challenging mod. While I love every song, man, they are difficult. Without the Kade Engine, this week will really put you through it, especially when you go toe-to-toe with Ruv the Russian. Of course, I'm sure better people than me have finished this, but this one is for sure a challenge. Cute, but difficult. Just be glad they don't have bombs for their heads. Let's talk about Verse Whitty. When we streamed this for the first time, I think Mid-Fight Masses and Verse Whitty were easily the most requested. Verse Whitty is basically a staple of the game without actually being official. I think out of all of the mods, Whitty's design feels most at home with the rest of the game. The simple art and shading, but also carrying a lot of attitude. Beyond that, we get 3 songs added in, and, well, it's definitely 2 sides of a damaged coin. Let me explain. Gameplay-wise, I think this is a perfect standalone week. The difficulty curve is really steady all the way through, from very simple to, oh my god, I just shattered my keyboard. On the flip side, the first 2 songs are fantastic. Would totally listen to them casually, which observant cybernauts counted on my second monitor in the SCP video. Gold star for all of you. The final song, though, is where I have mixed thoughts. On one hand, it plays to the difficulty and story incredibly well. Musically, though, it's definitely the equivalent of having something losing their cool and yelling a bunch of stuff to lyrics. Not that it's bad, it just feels odd in a set with some bangers we've had so far, but not as jarring as Tricky, just putting it out there. Still, this is definitely one of the best mods out there. I would even say, along with the Kade Engine, this is a must-have mod. Well, say you're a huge fan of the original songs and you just want all of those, but remixed. Well, lucky for you, our next mod is Friday Night Funkin B-Sides. The B-Sides feature a complete remix of every week, both musically and color-wise. Every character's color palettes are swapped around, and honestly, I'm totally about this version of Girlfriend. Don't tell other girlfriend or Chica girlfriend. She already knows and I'm in trouble. Over like 5 more kittens. But this mod isn't about the colors, it's about the music. And the music itself slaps. That's the term I'm going with. It's not a bop, and it's definitely slapping. Every mix is great, and with each mix comes more and more arrows I need to slam my head into.
After playing all these mods, it's the only way I can handle this. Rhythm game.
The difficulty in this mod is definitely bumped up with each song, hence why this soundtrack slaps, as in it slaps my ego to tiny pieces. If you're looking for a step up in difficulty, the B-sides are definitely for you. Alright, I've held out on this the entire video. Let's talk about my absolute favorite mod of them all, Friday Night Funkin Neo. I love this mod so much, just every part of it.
Okay, but like serious, Jerica, like the Neo mod is incredible just all the way through. I swear, you will look at every single background and you'll be just like, oh, chef's kiss everywhere. Tiny little chef kiss. And then you see all the new characters. Well, not really new, but they're changed in different colors. And it looks, oh, just more chef kiss. It's just chef kisses everywhere. Oh my God. It's ridiculous. And then the music, oh my god, the music, Jericho, let me tell you about the music. Where'd you go?
First, let's start with the art style, because it'll definitely be the first thing you notice. This has one of the biggest graphic overhauls out there. Everything is rebuilt with neon lights in mind, and it is so great to look at. Everything just pops in the game, and honestly, the colors of the notes also pop out a lot better, which is helpful for my terrible eyes. But the soundtrack is just simply amazing. I don't think there was a single song that I didn't love, though Pico was definitely a favorite. The songs have definitely a heavier bass track than the original game, but I just dig it so much. I don't know if that was the best way to describe the music. Why did I think I was qualified to do this video in the first place? I freaking love this mod so much. And yes, even with the slight boost to the difficulty, I'm all in. I even did the painstaking task of combining this with the Kade Engine, which takes forever if it's not built in and you know nothing about programming. If there was a mod to check out, I would definitely recommend Friday Night Funkin Neo.
Well, this video was longer than expected, and it checks out because there are just as many FNAF mods as there are FNF fan games. Sorry, I mean there are just as many FNF fan games as there are FNAF mods. No, okay, there are just as many FNF mods as there are FNAF mods. It's one letter! I have definitely only scratched the surface, so if you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments down below. We're gonna be playing more on Twitch, so maybe you'll see some of them there. And hey, that's a video without a demon coming out of my closet. Wow, I hate this apartment.
Thank you everyone for watching. A special thanks to Jericho for the help on the post side and Alyssa for the help on the production side. And as always, a huge thanks to Q, Ray of Sunshine, and these channel members. You can become a channel member today by clicking that join button down below. Now, I actually am getting to the Doom Eternal DLC. So until then, rip and tear, baby.